Master Peter Brusso here again. I want to talk about this is the next set of videos. Of course, you won't know it, but the next set of videos are about how do these things work? How do the defenders work? How the gear works? Um, we live it every day here, so a lot of people don't quite understand everything. My bad from that standpoint. So first up, let me first talk about the Kydex holster. Neck rig. This is called a neck rig. And there's a lot of history into this. A gentleman by the name of Chaskey Berry was the first one to develop. This was his second shot at developing a holster for the defenders. But this became the ultimate end-all version, which is one piece, no rivets, no metal whatsoever. It goes right through metal detectors very easily. Of course, everything is plastic. But we had a habit of making them a shade bit too tight. And so deploying them sometimes got to be an issue. So we really looked at the physics of how this works and, what actually grabs the digit capture hole of the defenders properly and can come out easily, fairly easily, but yet you don't lose the tool. So that was the first requirement for this. And every one of these gets tested now. I'd say 10 pulls basically. And that way we keep the consistency correct. The next thing that we do is a little bit of magic going on with these knots. These knots are friction knots in one direction, and then they clamp down in the other direction. So if you want to lengthen this, and I've got a headset on and everything else, you just have to imagine, okay, because I've got my current neck rig on right here. And so I want to show you. So here's your standard neck rig. And if you want to make it longer, you grab the knot, you grab the cord, and you just slide it down to where you want. Okay. You got some extra hanging up there, just pull on it. And in one way, it freezes, the other way, it doesn't, which is really cool. So you can make this longer and longer and longer. Heavier clothing, bigger person. You want to make it for a little person. There's only so far we can go on that. So I tried to pull on this one, nothing happened. Go the other one, you can slide the knot all the way down to the holster itself. On one side, come back over here. I randomly grabbed one. I got lucky on this one, and down it goes. And you can see that's as far as it's going to go. And so the most important part about this, not only is it adjustable, but you can make it a new rig. You can make it literally all the way out, a shoulder holster. It goes underneath. Let me go over here and grab this. You bring the knots all the way together. Like that. You slide them all away together. Now they look like that. Now you've got a really long holster that I'll put it over my headset too and under my arm. And you can see even with heavy clothing, it's going to sit. Now I can pull it up this far. So if I needed it there, I could take it back off again, say that's where I kind of sort of need it. And you can pull these back out to about that position. And you can put it back on again. And lo and behold, there it is. These are really, really cool. And like I say, there's a lot of technology that ends up going into these things. A lot of trial and error. But for your requirement, for your need, there they are. Pull that tight. And so There. So when you do a quick jerk, it's going to deploy that tool. Let me get something up here. Oh, here's a fun one. Okay. I'm trying to be easy so I don't run into that point myself. There. A little easier to do when it's on you. And so when you need it, out it comes. Just like the one on my neck. This is my Typhoon. And out she comes. Very nice. Easier to put on the tool when it's on you, like I say, but there you go. Quickly deployed. You got to do something. There you are. So that's our neck rig. And we actually have a combination I may talk about later of the neck rig and the robust solo clip rig that we have. This is crazy good as well. So we're really coming out with some great products. Again, this is how you use your neck rig should you purchase one. And I think everybody ought to have one, particularly when we're talking about the anti-carjacking, that kind of thing. You need something you're wearing that you can deploy and immediately strike anybody getting in. You don't have time to rifle through glove boxes or maybe your door. One guy does carry him in his door, does pretty good at that, looks like. But for me, got to be right there. So I'm Master Peter C. Brusso, and I'll see you on the deck, the web, or maybe even the mat. Who knows? When the bad guy comes a-calling, give him or her the bad day.